In the heart of the old marshlands,
where cattails whispered in the wind and lanternflies glowed like floating embers, stood a rickety tavern known.
as the willow's rest, it leaned crookedly against a massive black willow tree.
Its wood darkened by decades of rain and mist.
Few travellers ever passed through.
But those who did always left with a story to tell. One autumn evening, a stranger arrived. He was wrapped in a heavy green cloak, mud on his boots, and eyes that darted to every shadow.
The innkeeper, a stout woman named Marat,
Welcomed him with her usual cheer.
though her smile faltered when she noticed the way he kept glancing at the door, as if expecting something to follow. Just passing through,
She asked, pouring him a mug of honey mead.
the man hesitated before answering. I'm running ahead of something.
Her brow furrowed.
Ahead of what? He didn't reply.
But when the night grew late and the marsh fog thickened against the windows, the tavern's other guests noticed it too.
A sound like dragging footsteps out in the mist. The willow tree's long branches shuddered, though no wind blew.
And the lanternflies scattered as if chased by something unseen. One old fisherman muttered a prayer and left his drink untouched. Marat drew the shutters closed, her hands trembling.
The stranger only sat in silence, his knuckles white around the muck.
Finally, he whispered, "It's found me."
Then came the knock, not at the tavern door, but at the window pane, soft, deliberate, and far too high off the ground for any person to reach. The tavern's hearth dimmed as if a breath had blown through, and in the wavering shadows on the wall, a shape stretched long and bent, with too many limbs. No one dared move. The knocking grew louder, insistent. The stranger stood, his voice breaking as he spoke. If you open the door, it won't stop with me.
It will take us all.
The guests looked to Marat, who held the tavern's iron key in her fist. The knocking turned to scratching, as if claws dragged across the wood.
Something pressed against the shutters, bending them inward, and then silence.
The fog outside thinned, the lanternflies returned, and the fire roared back to life.
When they dared look again, the stranger was gone.
His cloak lay folded on the chair, but no footprints marked the floor. From that night on, the willow's rest kept its shutters nailed shut, even on the brightest mornings.
And though Marat never saw the stranger again,
Sometimes, when the mist grew too heavy, she swore she could hear that soft, deliberate knock.
coming from the upstairs window,